let us just have a quick recap of what we talked about earlier. So as I made a mention with you friends, that LAD, leukocyte adhesion disorders, if it is LAD first, that's caused because of integrin problem, and there is a history of delayed separation of umbilical cord, recurrent infections, and sometimes the question can make a mention of the patients are going to be having the presence of neutrophilia and minimal pus formation, right? So the neutrophils are not able to adhere to the blood vessels, and therefore there is going to be increased number of neutrophils in the circulation. That explains the neutrophilia. The moment we are thinking in terms of something like the presence of LAD second, that is going to be seen because of a selectin or Siley-Lewis issue. Patients are going to be having short stature, they would be having Bombay blood group, and of course there is going to be a common finding that is going to be recurrent infections. When we are talking about the killing of the bacteria, at times we require the fusion of the phagosome with the lysosome. This is dependent on an enzyme, if you remember from the main videos, list protein. Now suppose there is a defect in the list protein, the patients are then said to be suffering from a condition which is given the name of Chediak-Higashi Syndrome. The name itself is what would give you a very good hint with regards to the clinical manifestations. So these patients are going to be having the presence of CNS manifestations, neurological symptoms are seen, increased risk of hemorrhage tendency in the patients because of dysfunction of platelets. There would be decrease in immunity, explaining the increased infections. There is going to be presence of albinism, as can be seen with respect to the color of the skin and hair. Classically, that has been given in case of the questions asked in the exam. And the peripheral smear would show you the presence of such big giant granules, coarse granules within the neutrophils. So once you remember the name, you would automatically remember the features associated with Chediak-Higashi syndrome. Not to forget the previous All India exam question, that the problem in these patients is fusion of phagosome with lysosome is going to be defective. We also associate special example of phenomena over here, which is going to be asked in the exam. That's given the name of cell within cell phenomena. So one example of cell within cell phenomena is what we talked about in association with something like apoptosis, that was caspase dependent program cell death, in which the dead cells were rapidly removed. So therefore, they were not able to cause any inflammation. That was given the name of efferocytosis. Remember the role played by C1q, the role played by thrombospondin, right? That's what I want you to remember. The second example of cell within cell phenomena is given the name of emperipolysis. In case of emperipolysis, I just want you to remember a fact that there is going to be internalization of the cell. A live cell would go inside another cell. It will roam around or wander around the bigger cell and then come out safely. So this is going to be a live cell which is going to be moving around after internalization, and this is what is associated with the conditions like autoimmune hepatitis and Rosai-Dorfman disease. Just to cite you an example, as has been given in the image over here, you have the presence of a cell which is given the name of a band cell, right? It is one of the derivatives that you are having in the myeloid series, and this is going to be entering inside a bigger cell that is going to be a megakaryocyte. So what you have over here is there is internalization of a band cell by the megakaryocyte. So this is going to be wandering inside the bigger cell and coming out. So that is what is going to be given the name of emperipolysis. We had a third phenomena which was asked in the INI exam, which you need to remember over here, which is going to be given the name of entosis. Entosis. Now, entosis means that you actively target a particular cell. So the cell which is being targeted is a living cell. You actively target it. It is being made to enter inside the cell. Once it is going to enter inside the bigger cell, it is then going to be killed. So the host is actually going to target a cell. It is going to be internalized, and once it is internalized, it is then going to be killed. So it is going to be affecting living cells only. It excludes any kind of dead cells. Remember, in case of efferocytosis, you are only and only talking about dead cells. But over here, you are going to be excluding the dead cells, and then the engulfed cells are going to be killed by the host cell. So the way we remember it is pretty simple. In case there is any confusion, efferocytosis, wo to clear ho gaya, that is going to be only targeting the dead cells. But once you're talking about emperipolysis is you let us say take a visa and you go around here and there. So all our film stars, I mean, they go to some kind of a country, wo wahan se hand pump bhi nikal lete hain. They kill around the people over there, come back safely, right? So live cell goes inside, wanders about, come back, that is emperipolysis. But entosis is best explained on the basis of something like Mahabharata, Abhimanyu. So he was targeted, he was made to enter when he was living, right? And once he entered inside that Chakravyuh, then he was killed. So that is entosis. So quite relatable with respect to the Abhimanyu story, right? Then what has not been asked in the exam so far, but is very likely to be asked in the exam, of course, in the near future is going to be enclysis. Enclysis is a special term which is being used when the hepatocytes, the liver cells are going to, capture the live CD4 T cells. So these are the four examples of, as I would say, they are the four examples of cell within cell phenomena. So efferocytosis, emperipolysis, entosis, and enclysis. That's what you need to remember. Of course, which is going to be easy for you to pick up in the exam as well, would be an image-based question asking you about the concept of emperipolysis over here.